Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to another video. Of course it is Sunday. That means we gotta do the box office wrap-up, baby, just like it says above me right here. Look at this. It says right here. Man, I'm gonna grab it. There you go. So this weekend we saw the release of my boy, once again, back in theaters after, like, what, 9 years since his last movie. That, of course, being my boy Mikey Myers in Halloween, which I love this poster, by the way. I think this is a fan-made poster, but I love this poster. I could be wrong. This might not be fan-made, but whatever. This one I can't find anywhere else when I look up Halloween poster, so I don't know. This one's awesome, and I couldn't wait for this movie. And yeah, it was great. I loved it, and everybody was expecting this movie to do huge. There were people that were expecting it to do over $100 million, which I thought was a little bit crazy. Of course, I would have loved that to happen, but I didn't think it was going to happen. Now, I did a box office predictions video. I don't know. What was that, like Thursday, I think? So I predicted myself what I thought it was going to do, and I actually still have that up. So let me just move this real quick, like. There you go. Yeah, I still have it right here. So I'm sorry, it goes a little slow, but I made a whole video where I talked about what I think it was going to make, and once it scrolls through, this is what I made. I thought it was going to make $73.7 million this weekend. A lot of people thought 60, 50, 70, 80, 90, 100. I've seen it pretty much everywhere across the board. So it was a very, very interesting weekend, let me tell you that. So I am happy to report that the movie did do extremely well. Did it do over 100 million? No, but it did do, bam! Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Wait, hold on. Let me bring back my there you go. All right, now we're complete. Look at this. $77.5 million. I actually got pretty close. I did 73.7, so I was a little less than 4 million off. Whatever. So pretty good. That's a pretty, no, not pretty good. That's an amazing opening, especially if you compare it to like the other Halloween movies. Easily the highest opening ever for a Halloween movie. But if you do not account for inflation, it is really close to already topping the overall grosses for every other Halloween movie out there, including the remake, including H2O, including Halloween 2, the Rob Zombie one, and the original, of course. If you do not account for inflation, it is really close. I think it's just below both H2O and Halloween 1. It might be below Halloween, the Rob Zombie one, but it's like just below. And considering this is the first weekend, whew, the first day this came out, it made like $33 million, which was actually more than the overall weekend gross for the Rob Zombie Halloween, which was the highest opening weekend for the Halloween franchise to that day. And of course, the second one didn't do so well. But man, it did extremely well. Now I'm going to bring it up on my phone, because I'm never ready for these, because I am a unprofessional fudge. I was going to say the other F word, but I'm going to keep it clean. Alright, I don't want to say the fuck word. Ah, shit! I said it. Ah, fuck. Alright, whatever. Alright, so let's get to it. My dudes. Alright, so Halloween did $77.5 million. That is insane. But of course, everything else did pretty well this weekend as well. But I'm going to talk about Halloween. Now, it only came out in around 20-something markets, so it didn't do very well when it comes to foreign. I think it's only made $14 million foreign. So overall, its first weekend, it made $91 million, almost $92 million. So that's really, really good considering it cost $10 million to make. Is it quite as big as something like The Nun, where The Nun opened only to like around $53 million over here, but worldwide I think it opened to what, like 140 or some shit. Like it was crazy how big it opened worldwide, considering it. I mean, it had a brand, but it was like a different part of that brand. You know, the Conjuring universe. It wasn't called The Conjuring 3, is what I'm trying to say. It wasn't called Annabelle 3. It was like a new thing, kinda. You know what I mean? This is just called Halloween. Halloween, we all know what Halloween is. Everybody knows what Halloween is. So yeah, that's still huge. $77.5 million for a movie like this. That is actually, I think, higher than Ant-Man and the Wasp. Let me just check. See, this is always the fun part. Looking through to see what movies did better than other movies. Yeah, it is. Ant-Man and the Wasp did $75 million in its first weekend. This movie did better than Ant-Man and the Wasp, which I guess it has a connection because Judy Greer is in this and Ant-Man. So there you go. I made a connection. And yeah, it did better than, like, I don't know, if you really want to consider box offices. It did better than The Nun when it comes to domestic. It did better than pretty much any other R-rated horror movie besides it. We'll see how well it does in the next coming weeks. I have a feeling it'll do very well next week because there's no big movies coming out, and also Halloween is getting very close to being here, so people want to go see a scary movie, and the only one available right now that's still in theaters everywhere is Halloween, so I have a feeling it's going to do very well next week. I could see it only dropping about 45-50%, maybe a little bit bigger, but not huge compared to most horror movie openings when it comes to second weekends. So Halloween, excellent, excelente. It could stop making money right now, it'd still be a huge win for Blumhouse. So there you go. Huge opening. Huge. That's blockbuster openings, okay? That is insane. And if you compare the opening for this to it had like a 30-something million budget. This had a $10 million budget. So it is actually a decent comparison compared to how much money each of them made compared to their budgets. You know what I mean? Whatever. All right, so let's go through the rest of the top 10. I actually have the top 13 here, so the reason why I did top 13 is because there's one movie I want to talk about at the bottom. Nope, at the bottom, at the bottom of the list. So, excuse me while I get it up. Open for you today. Now, number 2, I kind of got my wish after last week, when I chastised all of the Venom fanboys out there, which is fine if you like Venom, I don't care. But I gave Venom shit because I think Star is Born is more deserving of a number 1 than Venom, but whatever. But now Venom is number 3, and A Star is Born is number 2. So this weekend, like I figured it would happen, A Star is Born is actually ahead of Venom. It only dropped 32%, so it's doing really well. It's only dropping very small amounts. $19.3 million this weekend. Overall, it has made $126 million. That is huge. That is a big win for Warner Brothers, I think. Isn't it Warner Brothers? Yeah, it is. So, yeah, really good. Really good so far. They're nailing it. Nailing it with this movie. It's so good. It's still my favorite movie of the year. And, yeah, excellent stuff. Worldwide, it has grossed over $200 million, too, I should mention. So that's awesome, too. On like a $36 million budget. Great. And it's not even done yet. It's not even over. Okay? Number 3 is Venom, of course. Venom, gonna get him, Venom. Which actually only dropped 48%, so I have to give them credit there. They definitely did really good when it comes to holding their own in their third weekend. Only 48% had made $18.1 million this weekend. Pretty good. $171 million so far, and I believe it grossed over 450 so far worldwide. Yeah, 461 million worldwide. I could see it topping out around 550. I don't know if it's coming out in China or if it already came out in China. If it's coming out in China, then I could see that definitely going way higher. If it already came out in China and I didn't know about it, then I'd say around 550. Which is really good considering it only costs $100 million to make. So we'll be seeing more Venom. We'll be seeing that carnage with friggin' goofy-ass Ronald McDonald wigged Woody Harrelson. Can't wait for that. Number 4 is Goosebumps 2. Dropped only 38%, which I figured because it's animated. It's not animated, but most of it's animated. It's a kid's film, It's Goosebumps. I figured it wouldn't drop that hard. $28 million so far. $9.7 million this weekend. Not bad. First Man actually dropped way harder than I thought. 46%. I thought it would actually slow down and do around like 30% for the next couple weeks, but nope, it's dropping, which is really sad because that's a great film. Almost $30 million so far on a $59 million budget. That's a shame. But hopefully it does well at the Oscars. I would really be happy if it took a lot of the technical awards. Number 6 is the newest release, I guess you could say, because, I mean, it was on here in the top 10 last week, but this is the biggest expansion it's had so far. Number 6 is The Hate U Give, $7.5 million this weekend. Grossed overall $10 million so far on a $23 million budget. That's not too bad. I've heard the movie's great too. I'll be seeing it, I think, Wednesday. I'm going to see this. I'm going to try to see The Old Man and the Gun. And what was the other movie? I think something else. I forgot. Bad Times, I think, at Ridgemont High at the El Royale. So, yeah, there you go. Number 7 is Smallfoot. Dropped 27%. Night School, same thing, dropped very small. I'm not talking about those anymore. I've talked about them endlessly now. Number 9, Bad Times at the El Royale. Sadly, this movie is not doing very well. No one really wanted to see it. Came out at the wrong time. Came out when there was like 4 other movies. So and a week before Halloween, another R-rated movie. So took a lot of its business out, and also the trailers didn't make it seem like it was going to be something huge when it comes to audience interest. So that sucks. It dropped 53%. I really do want to see it, so I'll probably see it this weekend. Or not this weekend, this week. So overall, it's made $13.3 million. Not very good, considering it costs like, I think, $30 million. It's bad. Number 10 is The Old Man and the Gun, which I was actually surprised it made it into the top 10. It did add a bunch of new theaters. So I can't wait for that. I'm seeing that Wednesday, I think, too. Number 11 is The House with Clock and Walls. I'm tired of talking about that one. It did very well, yada yada. Yeah. Okay. Number 12 is Free Solo. That's doing really well. Actually, I've been seeing this climb the charts for the last couple weeks. It's a documentary. I've heard it's really good. I do really want to watch it. And number 13 is sadly a bomb. And it's another nail in the coffin for Annapurna Pictures. Or is it Annapurna Pictures? Annapurna, they make a lot of really great indie films. And this is another one of them. This is actually in my top 10 of this year. The Sisters Brothers. Sadly, let me just say, when it comes to Annapurna Pictures this year, they made Sorry to Bother You, which actually did okay. But Sisters Brothers did not do very well. Cost like $30-something million to make. Made $1 million so far. Whew, wow, that's I'm sorry, almost $2 million so far, and that's that's worldwide, and that's just all together. That's not for this weekend. That's all together. Jesus, that movie's great too. It really is. Please go check it out, especially if you love westerns and if you really like Joaquin Phoenix and John C. Reilly and Jake Gyllenhaal and Riz Ahmed and all these people. You should be seeing this movie. This Riz Ahmed movie more than you should be seeing the other one that came out, which I won't mention because people will get upset, but they know what I'm talking about. Unless they just don't know who the fucking actors are because they only want to see Venom, get him. Sorry, I spoiled what I was talking about. All right, Annapurna made what last year? Detroit, that didn't do very well. Professor Marston and the Wonder Woman, that didn't do very well. Brad Status didn't do very well. That really sucks. How about let me go back. How about 2016? Just want to see what Annapurna was doing in 2016 real quick. Nothing. Okay, so they weren't around for very, very long, I guess. And it seems like they're probably not going to be they're not going to be around for very much longer either. That really sucks because they released some great films. So, yeah, Sisters Brothers didn't do very well this weekend. It's a great film. It's actually my number 8 so far this year, so definitely go check it out if it's still in your theaters. Besides that, that's it. Halloween did amazing. Yeah, that's right. I guess I should thank everybody for doing the poll thing. I put up a poll asking people what they thought Halloween was going to make this weekend, and a lot of people, of course, picked the biggest one I put there because they really wanted it to do well. Sadly, it didn't do that well. I guess we could show it off real quick. I always do this. I'm never ready. So let me get it up, I guess. I'm never ready when I want to do this, though. So excuse me. These wrap-up videos are really sloppily put together. I'm also like kind of rushing because I'm gonna go see Halloween again tonight, so I wanted to get this out before I go see Halloween. So I apologize that this feels a little rushed. Excuse me. Pardon my dust. Excuse me. Pardon my dust. But I'm getting it up. I'm getting it up. Getting it up. All right, here, gotta bring it up. There you go. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Well, almost perfect. Not quite, but whatever. It's good enough. A little late here, but screw it. How much do you guys think Halloween will make is what I put. Let me make this a little bit bigger. All right, here we go. All right, so I asked, what do you think is going to make? Because all the estimates were around 50 to 90 million. That's what I saw, so that's what I put. So I put 50 to 60 million. 14% said that. 61 to 70 million, 12%. 71 to 80 million, 21%. 81 to 90 million, 8%. And then other, which I wanted the other to be kind of like whatever you guys think it was going to do. But I did put that, the 100 million, I hope so. So everybody picked that because I think they wanted it to do over 100 million. But besides that, most people said 71 to 80. And they were right there. So 21% were right. That's what I thought too. I gave it, of course, I said, my estimates, I'm sorry, I'm all screwed up today. My estimates were 73.7 million. So there you go. There you go. Thank you. And until next time, of course, goodbye. That's it. Thank you for voting. Almost 700 people voted. That's cool. So thank you. Bye. See you later.